Yes, it
And
says.
you're right now.
Awesome. Hello, 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 hello. Grand rising, everybody. I'm not sure what you say for the evening, people, but this week I just learned that, well, I didn't just learn it, but I had a conversation with a woman at a cafe. We met for a women's connection there, and she was saying grand rising, and then I'd heard another woman say it in another group that I'm in, and I'm like, that's an interesting greeting. And when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I like that. And when I had this conversation with the with a friend at the cafe, she said, yeah, I don't say good morning anymore. I say grand rising. And I'm like, tell me why, curious. And she said, because the word morning shouldn't be the first thing you hear in the morning. And that really made me think. So, welcome everyone. Joe Irwin here, hosting again the Women's Connection call. I've been on sabbatical for a few months, or maybe almost a year now. But yeah, this has been a beautiful gathering that we started as a result of International Women's Day last March, I believe. And we continued it because it was such a powerful experience for all the women that joined this circle. And we host them monthly now. So if you're watching the replay, register for next month. We'd love to have all of you in here. And welcome to Helen, welcome to Sophia. Great to have you here. So today, I only said sort of yes to this yesterday, and I haven't really had any preparation time, but I know that between us, we'll be able to share exactly where we're at, how we're feeling, what's going on in our life, our business, if you have a business, and just really a space to connect and feel into our bodies and feel into and support each other. Because this year for me, it's been about support being our superpower and how women try and do it all alone. I host a circle around all of this once a month as well. But yeah, how we do it alone and how we try and juggle all the things. And it's so important to connect with other women so that you actually, firstly, get support, but also get perspective, right? Because sometimes we think we're the only ones. And often, there's a few of us feeling exactly the same thing, but don't express it and don't have that support around them. So I'd love to yeah, host this monthly group again, which is really, really important. So thanks for being here. Um, Tuesday, I thought what dropped in this morning was Tuesday, when I did the wisdom circle of coming home, to self, then or coming back to self, I had a theme around how we're feeling almost halfway through this year. Can you believe it already? Halfway through 2026. So I thought that might be a nice place to start. And we can't talk about this too much either. And then how we're actually going to be moving through 2000 and the rest of 2026, the next half of the year. And a lot of women shared their experiences, not so much about the beginning of this year and all the changes that have happened, but they started, it all started pretty much towards the end of last year. You know, that the end of the snake year when everyone was shedding their stuff, and a lot of women had massive changes at that point that's carried them through to 2020, the beginning of 2026. And the changes were still unfolding, but also realigning them as energetically as well. So I was just thinking we could start somewhere there today and just feel into how your year has it been, what you had actually anticipated or exactly intended, or has things still unfolding for you. And maybe it's just like for me, it's just been boom, go, 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 because I feel like I did shed a lot last year. I shed so much. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I had to pull back and not host this circle, this connection call, because I was going through a lot. And I think we all have seasons and reasons, and saying no sometimes is a part of that, so that you can recalibrate your own self, regulate your own nervous system, and come back when you're refreshed. And now we're going into winter here in Australia too, so it's a good time to go within and maybe feel. So who would like to share what's been going on? Here comes Rainbow. Welcome, Rainbow. Please open it. Hi. Hi, Rainbow. Nice to see you.
I couldn't find the link, so I
Oh,
finally
that's
did.
all good. We only just got started. We're only just diving in. So, Helen, what were you about to
Oh,
share?
I thought I would talk a little bit about that, Joe, and I relate very much to this imagery of the snake, the year of the snake, and now the year of the horse, because I teach qigong, and this all comes out of the same roots out of traditional Chinese medicine. So I frame my years in those ways. I had a big health scare at the beginning of 2025. And so it has impacted my life in lots of ways. And I made a very clear decision to uh, not go with modern medicine to really get to the root causes of things. And so, it's been a very big journey of working with a practitioner on really healing my gut microbiome. I lived on antibiotics as a child, and this has created this massive cascade of health issues for me. And I've had so many surgeries and so many different things as a result of that. And so last year, at the beginning of the year, I thought enough of this. And so a lot of this shedding process for me was letting go and going in, learning. I learned this amazing process of relaxation. I've had this mentor who it's a little different to meditation. It's actually just relaxing. And I do this relaxation process every day. And alongside that, I've worked with a highly skilled naturopath who cured herself of. She had a tumor that was out like this. She looked like a pregnant woman in her 20s. And she was told she only had weeks to live, and she cured herself, and she's gone on to have a family despite only having half an ovary left, and all this sort of stuff. And she's now become this incredible practitioner. So I've had this year of real blessing, and just this the whole year of shedding these layers. And yesterday, when I saw that practitioner again and she did all the testing, my minerals are all in the optimal range. My gut health is fully healed. I don't have any of the nasty bugs any longer that have been plaguing my life for the last 30 years. And yeah, and now I find, so I've been a bit lame for a few weeks, and I've had a foot injury. And when she tested me for that, she said, it's mainly emotional. And I thought, that's the new layer. Okay, and I've worked on the physical layer. So the physical is that biological energy close to your body. The emotional energy is, if you look at the panchakoshas or you look at energy maps, the emotional is the next layer to be working on. It was so helpful. So yeah, so it's been a really big, as you said, for many women, it's been a really big 12 months for me to finally make that decision. Okay, no one else is going to make me well. I've got to do the work. I've got to become well. I've got to go through, you know, get myself even more relaxed, more online, yeah, more settled about these things, and using the available energy around me to to take me through this healing journey. So now we're in the year of the horse and everything's galloping forward for people.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that pace. That's my share, my story. But yeah, it's been a very big year and a half for me.
Wow. Thank you,
Mm.
Helen. I mean, that's just, a great example, isn't it? All the shedding we did in 2025, but what's come up for you personally as well as a result of that.
Yes.
And working through it at that level, like so consciously. I want to celebrate you because that's just incredible. And you hear these stories all the time. I was trying to think of the practitioner I went and saw once that had a similar story to your practitioner, where she had this massive tumor in her belly and she healed it naturally. And now she goes around the world. I can see her face. And
Yeah.
and she's an Australian woman too. She goes around the world teaching this, how to heal the physical ailments in the body through that process energetically. And it's fascinating, but it works. We have evidence, right? And look at you. Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exciting. So all the best with the next part, the energetic part of the foot. I use my little
Oh, the emotional part with the
emotional,
foot.
sorry, the
Yeah.
emotional
You
part
know,
of
as
the
soon
foot.
as she said it, I just started walking better straight away. And there's still pain in the foot, but it was like, oh,
Okay.
yeah, because we've had a lot of over this 18 months as well, we've had some really big emotional challenges. Husband's been very unwell as well over this time, and there's been a lot of emotional stuff to deal with. And I thought that makes sense. It's me just sort of saying, oh,
Yeah. Yeah. How much more can I take? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, enough of this. Like, let's get on with some stuff here.
Enough is enough.
Enough.
Yeah. And it's also important to find the right people to support you, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really important. And
yeah,
clearly being in our world, I think we have a lot of connections, I
yeah,
believe, and through this community too. Um, I'm in a Conscious Women's Connect group, which is a meetup. We meet up. I host a meetup every second fortnight, but we have them all around the region where women host for women. And things that come through out of these conversations that we have with people, with women, and what their needs are, we decided at our meetup a few months ago that we would create a resource list. And maybe this is something sacred you could do as well, a resource list of reputable, reputable therapists, but also these women a lot of them are single, a lot of them are older, and they're like living their best life and just come back from traveling around Australia, but now are settling and have bought little properties that they need renovation. So what came out of it was we also need good tradesmen because it was hard to find good tradesmen. And so we've been setting up this beautiful resource list only like through recommendation of what we've experienced and who we would recommend. So I think, it's always for me about recommendation as well. But
mm,
I love that you've shared that story because Rainbow, we're just talking about where we're at at this part of like this half of the year and what changes we've been experiencing, and are we where we want to be, and what we want to do moving forward to close off 2026 because it's just gone so fast. So it was almost like a half year reflection. And you heard Helen sharing there. Please feel free to pipe in and share anything that's come through for you as well. Yeah. So, Sophia, did you want to share anything that
I was going to see if Rainbow wanted to, but also
Rainbow, you having dinner?
Rainbow's having dinner.
I've not, it's 4
Right.
in the afternoon. I've had no food yet
Oh
today.
no, go you
Go for it,
please.
I've
Rainbow.
been running
Have your-
around all day in the 100-degree heat, and now
Yeah.
I'm having some fruit and vegan
Um,
cheese. So,
yeah, good on you. We're actually coming into winter. You're in spring, right?
Summer.
well, it's
Summer.
100 degrees today. It sure feels like summer.
Summer. Okay. Wow. Well,
Well,
you just
I live in the desert, and
uh-huh.
gets extraordinarily hot here.
Has everyone met Rainbow before? Helen, have you met Rainbow?
I've got a shirt on that matches your name.
Yes.
A rainbow
But I
shirt.
don't think we've
No, I
met.
haven't met Rainbow. Lovely to meet you. Are you in Arizona or where
I'm
are
in
you?
Southern California.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
I think I've been on some calls with you, Rainbow, in Tyson's group. Yeah, which has been lovely.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we've been doing one of and I think Sophia's too. But yeah, lovely to have you here, regardless. But pipe in when you feel ready. You might need some breath. But Sophia.
Let's get Rainbow also joins well, I can't say every week, as much as we can. It will be more now that I've changed the day. Mondays at 2:30 our time,
Yep.
we do online jigsaw puzzles.
Ah.
Just chill out,
Oh, wow.
and do.
I love that.
So if anyone wants to join us Mondays at 2:30, just
Jigsaws.
online jigsaw puzzles.
Oh gosh, that's something I could try. You know what I've been doing for relaxation? I've crocheted my granddaughter's two beautiful rainbow. I haven't got them with me. I'm at my daughter's house. Rainbow scarves. They wanted rainbow scarves. So I've crocheted these scarves and I'm on my third one for my grandson who is just I showed him yesterday. I started, it's grey. And he goes, "Oh, Nan, do you think you could put a bit of colour in that as well?" Okay, I got to go and buy some more. He said, I like the rainbow one too, because he saw the girls. Okay. But yeah, it's so therapeutic to just sit and do that's my evening thing now. I just sit and crochet and it's just like my download time. But
Yeah.
2:30, I'll see where we go.
Yeah, 2:30 on Mondays. They were Sundays, but Sunday just wasn't working out anymore.
Yeah, that's
So Mondays it will work out. It should, hopefully. But
beautiful.
but yes. And I was just going to say to Joe, were you thinking of Brandon Bayes before when you said
Yes,
the
yes, yes, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been in Brandon's presence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. Yeah.
A lot of her stuff that she cured herself from
A big tumor.
tumor
Yeah, yeah.
and things. So yes. So and for me, well, yes, as we all know, the year's going, halfway through. I'm now looking at next year anyway. I'm already planning 2027.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes it go faster. I start to plan 2027 because we're getting ready for the International Women's Day event
Yeah.
and other things as well. And it's just been another. It's been a time to really be aware of not to do the same thing every day, the same day. Yeah, not to do the same thing each day, because otherwise the year goes by and you go, what happened?
Yep.
And to find things each day, each different, to find the miracles or the magic or anything like that. And as usual, I've got caught up in the doingness. So now I'm just starting again. I was taking every Sunday off. And then that kind of went out the window. But now it was like tomorrow is actually, because tomorrow's our Sunday, is I'm just taking it off. And I've already told Kim, I said, I'm not even talking about sanctuary at all. No mention, no nothing.
Great boundary.
Yeah, well, I have to. It'll be just for me because I want to get back into my breath work. I haven't been doing breath work. I want to get back into breath work. I want to get back to doing things for me. And not just, and when I say me, not my body. I'm doing a lot of stuff for my body, and I know breath work's for my body, but breath work is so much deeper. But I do my swimming, I do my stuff because I have to. So I take a lot of time for me, but it's in a physical way, not in a emotional, spiritual, or healing way. So I want to get back into. I've been avoiding breath work, and I've been sitting here looking at I've been here in this new space for 4 months.
Wow.
Getting on to 4 months, okay, this is our fourth, 3 to 4 months been here already. And I'm looking at my massage table, which is set up for my breath work. And I haven't used it once. For breath work, I have used it as a somewhere just to rest for a few minutes, but for breath. So that's going to change. That's changing tomorrow.
Excellent.
What else were we talking about?
Oh, yeah, just a reflection. And that's really, really profound to realize, you know, well, what about me? Because I think we talked about this on a wisdom circle on Thursday about, well, the body will, you know, eventually it'll let you know if you don't listen, about listening. Yeah.
About listening, and that's what it's doing. And I realized too, I mean, I've realized this before, but it's becoming stronger and stronger and stronger because of the genetic thing that I have. It is a physical reality that I take longer to do everything than anyone else. That is a physical reality. Right? When I go swimming, you know, people walk faster than I swim because I'm sitting here. Can I tell you a joke really, really, really quickly? I don't know if I told you.
Sure.
Well, it's not joking, but you've got to laugh. I laugh. I put into AI once. I said, what would you say if it took, what do you say? And Rainbow might know this too. If someone takes 66 strokes to swim a 25-meter pool, what do you say about that? And AI came back and said, that's bloody hard work.
Yeah.
It usually takes about 30, right?
Yeah.
But because I'm vertically challenged, I have short arms.
Yeah.
So it takes everything. And I've realized, and that's me, it takes me longer. Everything I do, it takes me longer. So I have, over my life, I've realized to offset that, I developed a habit, whatever, of multitasking, but filling in every possible moment that I can with doing something just so I can get the things done, right? Whatever it is. And then I'm going, well, that's not serving me anymore.
No.
You know, so it's just like really just going, okay, it takes me longer to do things, but that doesn't mean I have to do all the time. I can still be.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love that. And what dropped in was like, well, you've got the time.
Yeah.
In between the doing, right? It's like if it's taking longer.
Yeah.
Use that interim time to be still.
I actually have the time.
Yeah.
It is totally, it's a mindset.
Yeah.
You know, I have the time to go swimming, for example. I have the time, even if I'm caught up in whatever I'm doing, if I've got to go out for something, I have the time. I make the time. It's not to say that I'm stuck here. I have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
It's how I use it.
It's just the reframing, isn't it? Like how I use it, and I guess you need to probably plan bit better too, wouldn't you? If you know you have to get things done. Well, that's like the blocks of time to do that, and then the blocks of time for you. I mean, that's how I work. Everyone's different, but
yeah, I work like this. I do the same, and then some days stuff happens, and you go, oh well, throw that plan out the window and start again tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that.
And just laugh it off.
And laugh it off, yeah.
So it's a year, the next 6 months is like, okay, really, I don't have to be thinking about what am I going to do in the next 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. I'm going to lay on my bed and do my breath work. Just thought I'd embed that one there. And it's there, right? It's like it's in your face.
Right there. I'm looking at it, it's right there. I'm going, yep. Put my ground, because I bought a grounding sheet, and I'm going to actually put the grounding sheet on the massage table and lay on that.
Perfect. How gorgeous is that? A grounding sheet.
Yes.
That's a good idea. I could add that to my massage table that sits dormant. I look at it every day and I drop stuff on it, and I never get on it for anything. And I have all these fun tools. I have a chi machine and I have a beamer pad on there and all that stuff. I have a friend who comes over all the time. Can I get on your table? And she just turns on the beamer.
Oh,
I don't use any of that. So I could also put a grounding sheet on top of it and commit to getting on it and doing something therapeutic now and then.
there you go. Sophia, you've inspired Rainbow now.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because you talked about not having every day be the same. I'm actually looking at the opposite right now. I was just talking to my therapist maybe yesterday about that I have become such a free spirit. I don't put things on the count. I never go to bed or get up at the same time. I never eat at the same time. I have no rhythm whatsoever. And I feel like in the medicine that I practice, and I try to practice what I preach, but this is one area I've been working on for decades, which is something that I call rhythm.
Yeah.
So, because in nature, everything is, whether it's a day or a season there's rhythm in everything, the cells, and I look at our body as having three systems: the nerve sense system, the metabolic limb system, and then what mediates from like the metabolism and the movement. And the brain and the nerves is the rhythmic system, which is heart and lungs. They have a rhythm for sure, the breath and I have just resisted it my whole life, going to bed at a certain time, eating. But the thing is, I'm not, back when I was in New York and working a more regular schedule, maybe I did eat breakfast and dinner at, somewhat. But now there's nothing I do that's regular. Eat, move. I mean, I have the last week or so been walking in the park every day about 6. And starting on Monday, I'll be swimming in my pool every morning at 7:30. So that becomes somewhat of a...
Yeah.
But he suggested, and I've been in a really dormant state with my work because of injuries, and I'm very upset about it and feeling ready to move. I know I'm ready to move forward. It's just daunting. It's like starting a brand new business. I mean, I haven't been on Facebook in 2.5 years. I haven't done any posts. I haven't done any outreach. I haven't done anything. So, but I have put a lot of emphasis in my spiritual life. And I'm feeling really good where I'm at about that. But it's also, I'm in a place where the only thing I really care about is God realization. Just becoming one with the one. And because I have to earn an income, I'm living on credit cards. So I have to create a business. But it's like, I just, I'd rather meditate or, So yesterday we talked about maybe 4 times a day when I wake up, at noon, at sunset, and at bedtime, just to take 5 minutes to meditate and maybe ask Source what it wants for me. Rather than, I got to do this, I got to start going on Facebook, or I have to do this, like, how am I going to get my business going? What can I do now? Should I text these people?
Pressure.
Should I just work on writing my book, which I want to get back to, and so the idea is that, 4 times a day at regular times, I sit even for 5 minutes and ask Spirit what it wants for me. And so today was the first day, and I missed the one at noon because I had all these appointments. But
and that's okay, right?
No, It has to be.
Yeah.
But because when I make a commitment, I feel bad when I don't keep it. So that's another lesson I've been learning.
Yeah.
I didn't walk in the park 2 days ago because I was too exhausted, and my commitment is to walk every day. But I listened to my body, and ain't no way I can do it. So, but I feel the lack of that rhythm in my life, and I'm, delving into why I resisted so much. I'm this free spirit. Nobody's going to tie me down or tell me what to do or when to do it, and I've gone to the extreme with that. So, unlike trying to make something different every day, I'm trying to somehow create, because I think it's good for me. It's, as I say, nature, everything in nature has rhythm.
Mm. Yeah, I love that. I love that for you and also for everybody, right? That may be listening about creating a rhythm. It's, yeah, it's so, so powerful when you speak of it like that. And I don't think I'd get anything done if I if I just went free spirit, and I'd love to be free spirit. And but maybe that's what you needed too, right?
Well, I mean, many, many, many years ago, I was the opposite. I had walked around with a planner that was this thick, and every single minute was planned out for, and I got a lot done.
Mm.
But there's a part of me that I think is kind of going to the extreme. I'm still looking at what my resistance is
Yeah.
to,
Rainbow, you're a Libran, aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's Libran thing challenges.
I know.
Challenge
I
reaction. It's
just
one or
let
the
my
other.
Libran thing run free.
It's one or the other. You're either totally in or you're totally
Yeah, yeah.
out. It's finding that balance is the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Practicing, starting to practice. And I think, again, there comes that perfectionism too, doesn't it? You don't have to be perfect at it. You just have to
Oh, it's,
have the intention and then follow through when you feel like if you're physically not going to feel like you can walk, well, you're just punishing yourself by forcing it.
yeah.
But really, I love those questions at 4 times a day too. Spirit, what do you need from me? Or what do I want at this time? I sort of ask a similar thing, or what's next for me? Drop in, or what do I need to do? Like it's getting to know your own way of being in the world. And yeah, but from one extreme to the other. So where's the balance? And for you, it sounds like this could be a really powerful balance for you and stopping 4 times a day, but also having that plan, but not punishing yourself when you don't follow
I
through.
know. That's
That's the
really,
worst.
because sometimes the only way I can get something done is to be fanatic about it.
Mm.
Like a few days ago, it was 6 o'clock. I don't want to go walk in the park. And I'm going, nope, I do it every day. And then I get there and I'm happy. But the couple of days ago when I didn't go, I could not put one foot in front of the other. I've been pushing myself so hard. And so for me, it's scary not to go because the way I do things is I make a commitment and nothing will stop me. And I've gotten a lot of done in my life. I mean, Jesus, I made it through medical school. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've gotten a lot with that attitude. But when the perfection, it's that balance
Hmm.
because I need that commitment to do it, but I also need the forgiveness when I can't.
Yes. It's almost like the missing link, isn't it? Helen, what are you feeling? What's coming through for you there?
Yeah. I think um, that we go through phases in life, and I think we have times when we can be very, very structured, and there's nothing like being in the workplace or being something like a medical practitioner to have that drive. I worked in teaching, and I just thought about my work all the time. And I worked so hard that I ended up burning out. And was extremely structured in everything that I did. A teacher, every half hour is structured. You have kids in your room for 45 minutes and the bell goes, and then they move off to the next place and the next lot of kids come in. So I'm used to having my life very structured in that way, but an imposed structure. And then as I've gone into this phase of life where I'm running my own businesses and I can create my own structures, it's been a beautiful thing to say, okay, the days that suit me to work in my business, Thursday to Saturday, the days that suit me to Monday's carved out as my day. I go to my weights class on Monday, I walk with a girlfriend, I do, I have a day that is my day. And it's felt really liberating in a way to be the person. I'm creating my structures. I'm choosing how I put together my week. Yeah. I think there is that healthy balance. I think one of the things I've heard is that as you get older, 68 years old now, as you get older, it's good not to be in such fixed routines, that your brain thrives um, on a little bit of variety. So if you get very stuck in, same thing every day, your breakfast is at the same time, your lunch is at the same time, you sit in the same chair at the same place at the table all the time, you're not stimulating creativity in your system. So I'm very aware of that. I like to shift meal times a little bit, and those sort of things. Just giving Sen a kiss from my husband. Yeah, so there's some of the thoughts that I have. One of my teachers talked about we all have a lead strategy. It can be behavior, structure, or perception. One of those three is our lead strategy. My lead strategy is very much behavior. I get on and I do things. And structure is very easy for me. Perception has been something that I've had to work at. And the way he teaches it is that when your behavior is going well and your structure is going well, for me, the perception becomes a gift. It will kick in. But if any one of those parts is falling over, he calls it a triad, which is, I'm trying to draw a triad. Lead with behavior, structure's easy, perception becomes a total gift when I have behavior and structure going well, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's been really helpful for me. If I get to a place where I don't feel like doing anything because behavior is my lead, I'm not in a good place. I need to find a way to move through that. The triad of change. It's very, very helpful.
What a beautiful example. And could you talk to a little bit more about perception though?
Perception. Perception for me, it's now a gift that I have, but I had to learn perception. I grew up not in my body at all. I had no perception of my body. I was, dissociated, I guess, would be the thing that you would say. And I would get hooked into stories. That's a sign of perception. You get stuck in a perception not working. You have a projection on the world of how things are going, which is not necessarily true. I was going to say would actually normally never be true, which you start to realize as you get, start to understand a bit more. And I would loop in that story, and then I was creating a world out of a negative perception. Does that?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. If you're leading with perception and your perception is not a good perception,
Yeah.
you know, the
Everything else
world,
falls apart.
yeah, the world's an unsafe place, and you know, don't really want to be here, or whatever it is. If you're leading from that false sense of perception, then your world will fall apart.
Yeah.
Especially if it's got a negative charge on it, which, yeah, it was my experience. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally relate to that. I feel like I
Yeah.
was leading for many years, like that piece around not being in your body. And a lot of it was around, well, it was fear based from trauma.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to be in my body.
Yes.
I was on always high alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in survival,
Yeah.
just
I relate
many.
to that, Joe.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And this is where Qigong has been so powerful, because Qigong, you do Qigong,
Mm.
it's a behavior, and it provides a structure. And then through that, my perception has just come so much online, and my comfort with my body. So that's my triad. Everyone has a different triad. You need to work out what your lead strategy is. For some people, perception's their lead strategy. They you know, really have clear perception. But for me, and it sounds like we might be a bit similar, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
If I'm out there doing stuff with a structure,
Yeah.
everything falls into place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was a learned thing as well, as a survival mechanism. Like just keep doing, just keep.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of
Yeah.
women could relate to that as well. If we just
Yeah.
keep doing, we don't have to feel.
Yeah.
Oh
But
gosh,
if you
that's
do it with structure, then the feeling can come for me. Yeah. If I rely on that, on that, just means my energy moves in a positive direction.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think Donnie Epstein was the mentor, and I think if you look on YouTube, you'd probably look for Triad of Change. You'd probably find it there.
yep. The triad of change. Yeah.
Triad of Change, yeah,
Okay, that's great, great, great. And then, of course, and there's the balance, because if we say, oh, well, we're going to go for a walk at 6 a.m. in the morning and we don't do it, for me, I will, well, what else can I do? I'll get on my
yeah,
yoga mat, or I'll put on music and I'll dance.
yeah,
And I feel
yeah.
like I've still done something.
You've
So
done
I think
something,
there's that
yeah,
piece about and having the tools, or put on Gaia and do a qigong. You know, I still feel, yeah, energized, because I'm not beating myself up, because
yes,
I'm still giving myself that time. So yeah, what else can we do to keep the balance? That's a really, I love what you shared there. Anyone want to
yeah,
As you're talking about that, I sort of had a visual
Mm,
with the triangle. And I'm very much a doer and very much a perceiver with no structure. So I was kind of looking at the triad with those two strengths. Without the structure, you know, that's why I'm like, I sometimes describe myself as a puppy dog. I just kind of, they sniff this over here, and oh, that looks like fun, and oh,
yeah,
let's go. But so, I mean, thank you, because just kind of looking at the visual for me was,
yes.
uh, there's this and this, but it's not sitting on anything.
there's no
There's no base in your
foundation.
triangle,
No
or the base
foundation.
is a bit squished.
Yeah. And what
Yeah.
happens when we don't have foundation? Everything crumbles. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a
And
great.
I agree. I feel like that's why I've been so drawn. I'm a Qigong teacher, and it's been a big part of my life for 50 years, and sometimes I think that's why I love it so much,
Yeah.
because it grounds me, it connects me to the earth, and it's been really, and I haven't even been doing that.
Yeah.
And for the last year, I'm saying, you got to do your Qigong. You know, this would fix you. Why don't you do it? And yet the puppy dog's like, oh, maybe later.
It's too much fun to have. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I was just took me back to your tables. Sophia and Rainbow's tables, and I had a vision of your sacred table to ground you, and maybe that using that visual as a light bulb, like a light bulb, like an anchor to go, okay, there's my table. What am I going to, my sacred table, what am I going to do with it today?
That's a nice thing, Jo. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you want to?
Can we change wisdom circles into sacred tables?
Sacred tables. Yes,
For
why
next
not?
year?
We all need a sacred table, right?
For next year, because we're stopping wisdom circles.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're stopping the name wisdom circles,
Right.
because it's just too challenging to get people. And from feedback, I'm told that it's the word wisdom that stops a lot of people, because they don't think they have anything to share.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit sad, isn't it? But
It
yeah,
is.
I get it.
So I still want to keep the concept going, but a different name, maybe a different format, maybe, I don't know. But sacred tables.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Something was born from our beautiful connections today.
Sitting around the virtual table together and talking, yeah,
Yeah.
sharing.
Would Helen come and be a speaker at a sacred table?
I think so. Yeah, I'm very attracted to wisdom, but I have taken myself to that place where I have deep access to my wisdom. So it didn't, that name didn't put me off, because
No.
my goal as an elder is to be wise and to be able to share my wisdom with people. But I can understand for younger women who haven't come into their wisdom yet, totally, it could be, in my 40s and 50s, I wouldn't have said I was
Wise
in that
enough.
space. Yeah.
No, I
Or
would.
had done the deep work to access the wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
similar. And I'm sure Rainbow's similar too. I was never triggered by wisdom. I was lit up by it, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to think about, because we want to bring the younger generations in
Mm.
to have these
I think,
conversations.
yeah, in your postmenopausal years, if you're doing the work, that's where the wisdom really
Kicks in.
comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Mm.
So we're almost on the hour. Does anyone want to share anything? Maybe, or does anyone want support around anything to keep them on their path? And maybe next month we can check in and yeah, I'm feeling maybe we could keep each other accountable. I don't know. I don't know about the word accountable. It's a bit, yeah, it can be too rigid, but yeah, just, well, support.
Mm.
Yeah. What about anyone need any support, or what do you need that we could serve you in?
Well, Rainbow and I will do the utmost to meditate on our grounding sheets every day. Hey, Rainbow. Because as well as jigsaw puzzles once a week, we aim to meditate, and this is a me thing, at our time, 10:30 every day. It won't be today, Rainbow. I'm going to bed after this. To have my another power nap. And it just depends. But if yes, every now and then I'll send a message to Rainbow or ring her, and if it aligns, we meditate together
Oh, that's nice.
on it, and we're going to start doing it on our grounding sheets, Rainbow.
So you just do it in your own space. You don't come together online or anything.
No, we do it online.
Oh, you do it online. Okay.
Online.
Okay.
But it all depends. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Yesterday was nice. Yesterday was half an hour.
Wow.
Sometimes it's like, yep, 5 minutes, that's it. Sometimes other people join us. Christ May joins us, or Wilma joins us, or whatever. But most of the time it's just me and Rainbow. And I'm really aiming, because again, we changed times to make it earlier. I'm really aiming to, yes, this feels better now, because before it was just like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of power in that group energy, isn't there? I during the week I do a live relaxation online, and it's becoming such a supportive group to just sit and relax. It's a guided relaxation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also a part of a Power of Intention group. We come together early on every second Friday morning and bring three intentions for people that are having, sort of challenges in their life or in their family's life. And yeah, it's very powerful. Like
Yeah.
when they report back, like, wow, yeah,
Mm.
we are more powerful than we really
Yeah.
acknowledge.
Yeah.
Mm.
Power of Eight, I think that book by, what's her
I
name?
mean, I don't know how I could have support with this other than maybe just consciousness.
Mm.
But I feel like, this pendulum, this has swung to. I had a really debilitating injury, and I've healed myself from like 45 different diseases. I was like the example, and then I got knocked down and became a victim. And I've been living as a victim. I couldn't walk for a year, couldn't get out of bed, stuff like that. And I don't like being in that victim mode, but this place has been very good for me, spiritually and emotionally to balance things out. But now I really want to come back to the middle in a new way, not as a workaholic like I was even before with my online stuff, 8 hours a day on Facebook, making posts on Canva, making.
Mm.
But I do want to, because my work is who I am, and I'm not feeling like myself anymore. So my goal is to get back in the middle where I can maybe do my work in a different way, but it's necessary for me to be doing it.
Mm.
So I'm just putting that out there that, and I think I've been resisting because I don't want to be that workaholic again.
Yeah,
That just,
yeah.
but then I don't know how, and that's why I've kind of decided to ask spirit for guidance. Give me the guidance to do, what do I do next to
Mm.
be. So that's where I'm at. And whether it's accountability or just holding me, visioning me in that place with that, maybe with that triangle being more structured or whatever.
Yes. Okay,
Um,
I'm going to suggest we take the last minute here to hold space for that for you if you're open to it. Um,
sure.
we can tune in and just have that intention in mind and just maybe, send that energy to Rainbow. How's everyone feel about that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't we just have a big deep breath together and releasing slowly and being present in our body. I know you're very good at coming into the body and visualizing all your chakras beautifully aligned, spinning in perfect unison, in rhythm, and just holding that intention that Rainbow find that balance in her own divine way. And just for a moment, be silent and sending that through to Rainbow for that place of being. Mm.
Beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Mm.
Came through for you, but I just had this incredible light from above and below coming through you. And the word choice kept coming up as a mantra. I choose this. I choose this. Anyone want to quickly share?
I was thinking that Rainbow needed to find the opposite word to victim, and you've just given it, which is choice, so that she can come into that, one end or the other. Which one am I choosing today, victim or choice? Yeah. So you just named it. You just named the polarity, the other end.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah, beautiful. Good work.
How did you
And
feel?
look at how radiant Rainbow is looking now.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
Definitely not victim.
No.
Do you want to share, Rainbow?
Well, I did feel myself sort of in that triangle, grounded and surrounded by light, and knowing that I am becoming, because this whole time I've been saying, I need to get back to who I was. I loved who she was. This was, Rainbow the whatever. And I know that, seeing now that I am in the process of becoming, and I don't know what that will look like yet.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
beautiful. Let go of that perception.
Yes.
That story.
And
Yeah.
that's what I've
Yeah.
been doing, letting go of every way I define myself, every way my
Yeah.
ego defines myself. But then I'm in this place, there is no definition. And of course, if you look at our higher self, our human body has no definition. We're just playing out a role in a body, but we are really just
Beautiful.
spirit manifesting. So
yeah. And it's still the same. It's still the same Rainbow. It's just a newer and more evolved version of her. That's what I see. Yeah. You're not losing her. She's more powerful now.
peaceful and powerful,
Peaceful and powerful.
which is feminine power, isn't it?
And exactly what, does anyone follow Lee Harris? Just quickly before we go. Lee Harris, oh my goodness, you got to listen. He does a monthly forecast, and June he has themes, and he channels the Z's, like he calls it the Z's. And the first theme of the month was the rising of feminine energy. The rising of feminine energy. And it's like, whoa, yes, let's harness that. But yeah, Sophia looks like she's ready to go to bed. Did you want to share anything before we close?
Yes, sleep is upon me.
The rising of sleep.
The rising
Feminine
and
sleep.
the accepting of sleep.
Yeah, lovely.
I don't know, I actually think it's a benefit most times.
Yeah.
Like Joe knows I power nap. I could have gone to sleep and would have been back again before you finished.
Yep.
But I chose not to. But yeah, I just go to sleep 10 minutes.
Yeah. Enjoy your power nap, my love.
Power napping.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome, everybody. Thank you for holding this beautiful space with us. And if you're watching the replay, we'd love to hear your experiences and what came through for you. Very, very powerful and yeah, purposeful for everyone to learn. So, lots of love, lots of hugs. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll see you next month, same time, same